Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Thursday, May the 1st, 2025. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, we got some good ones here. Many videos on my channel that'll help you guys out with different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas over there. If you're a brand spanking new player to the game, you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, this particular daily, weekly challenge is giving you a hard time or trouble. I'll show you find a video on my channel that'll help you. I try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome and great comments and tips are greatly appreciated. If you're wondering why I have more score than you, take a look at the top right hand corner of the screen. I have a 25% boost. Of course, I claimed that right out the current Season 20 Season Pass on 3 pages, a 5%, 10% additional 10%. You can claim that by being a Fallout First member or by paying the 1,500 atoms for the Season Pass. Alright, let's take a look here. Oh, there's a couple here we can do at the same time, like this one and this one and this one, so that's very interesting. Let's go ahead, scrap junk to produce plastic 10. So again, plastic is a junk item, which we can use the bulk and scrap method at the Tinker's Workbench here. So any Tinker's Workbench will do. Let's go ahead and go craft. Down here to bulk. Go down here to the P section to bulk 1 plastic. All you need is 12 molded plastic from your stash of scrap box. Go ahead and you bulk your 1 plastic and you scrap it. It's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. It's more so for the folks that are kind of short on time, or like to get things done quick and easy. The bulk and scrap method is definitely where it's at. Now we can find plastic in a lot of great spots in around the wasteland. One of my favorite spots is just up here. If we spawn here at the Big Al's Tattoo Parlor, it is due east, right about in this location right here. Another way you can do it is we get so much junk items off of enemies nowadays, such as Scorch, Super Mutants, and Mole Miners. You can go ahead and you can probably satisfy that daily challenge just going after enemies and picking up all the junk and then scrapping it. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to go up here to the Big Al's Tattoo Parlor. I'm going to show you where we're going to go here. Plastic is one of those things that a lot of us usually have a lot on us at one time. So again, we're going to head due east here. And head right up this hill. This location is an unmarked location. I call it the cat house. You do not need a jetpack to get up here. You can just kind of run and jump your way up here, no problem. Right, that house right there. As you can see, this is our location. Inside here will be all kinds of cat bowls. Again, it gets a cat house, a bunch of cat taxidermy right on the wall there. Now let's grab a cat bowl here, and as we see under item, you can see like 1 cat bowl gives us 2 plastics. So yeah, no problem here at all. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and we'll just grab a couple. But as you can see, just kind of keep popping up out of the floor there. And a bunch here on the refrigerator, a bunch here on the counter. This is hands down one of the best spots for plastic if you're legitimately looking for plastic, okay? We're going to head back to our camp here, and we're going to scrap these up. So old Santa Jim. Well, I see you're alive there, old Dell. I had to move because my camp was being attacked by a whack of super mutants, so I just kind of left. That's why I was at the overseer's home there. Let's go ahead and scrap these cat bowls. Alright, done just like that. Scrap junk to produce plastic 10 for 10. Again, if you so wish, you can use the bulk and scrap method if you're a person that is short on time. And we also have a camp resource available to us. It is this red rocket dumpster collector. It will collect junk items, and if you scrap them, each one will give you plastic. And you can see these pool table balls here, plastic knives and plates, etc., etc. You can get them that way. This is in the atomic shop, and again, A lot of people kind of passed on this guy when he first came out, just because, you know, we do have a lot of plastic on us. I like it more so because the looks, to be honest with you, looks pretty cool. All right, let's see what's next here. Scrap trying to produce bone, 5. Okay, so again, bone is another junk item, which we can use the bulk and scrap method at our Tinker's Workbench. Let's go ahead and go craft it. Any Tinker's Workbench will do. Again, we'll go bulk, go down here to the B section. So the bulk bone shards, you need 20 bone shards and 2 plastic. Go ahead and you craft your 1 bone bulk shard, say that 5 times fast, and you scrap it. Again, hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. More so for the folks that are kind of short on time, or people like to get things done quick and easy. Of course, we can't use the bulk and scrap method for all junk items in the game, but the vast majority of them we can. Alright, so if you go after Super Mutant and Super Mutant locations, they usually have the meat bags on them. And again, you can get some, you know, quite a bit of bone that way by exploring the meat bags. So you have Nougat here. Even if you come here to Charleston, actually, this particular icon, there's a little bridge there. And I would say there's probably about half a dozen meat bags up there at any given time, whether there's Super Mutants or there's Scorched there, but the meat bags are always there. I find Huntersville a pretty decent spot, as well as West Tech Research for a lot of meat bags. Right, so you can do it that way. You can also go after mole rats, okay? So the mole rats we're looking for is what's called the brood mothers, okay? And the brood mothers will give you mole rat teeth. If you come down here to Welsh Station, go along the tracks here, there's 2 of them right there. And then as you loop around, there'll be those ultracite crystals, but if you loop back around again up the hill, there'll be 2 more brood mothers up there. Again, the brood mothers are the one we're looking for. They will give you the mole rat teeth. And even if you go after mole miners and you grab a hold of their gauntlets, if you scrap the gauntlet, you will get mole rat teeth, and then scrap the mole rat teeth, and you can get your bone that way as well. There's quite a bit of bone down here at Camden Park. Right, this one here, it's pretty close to grab a coal bucket to begin, right where that particular daily quest is right next to the Dross Toss as well. There's usually a lot of human skulls there, alright, that's a pretty good spot. One of the best spots here in game is in Lewisburg at the Van Lowe Taxidermy. Again, there's about 3 Brahmin skulls there, and each Brahmin skull will give you 5 bone. And as well as there's all kinds of antlers there as well. It's probably hands down one of the best spots for bone. Now that's a spot we usually go. Let's pop over here to Camden Park, and I'll show you where those skulls are. You can go ahead and interact with the Scorched if you so wish. We're just here for the skulls, so we're going to try to sneak our way in here. Right, let's shut this light off here. So we're going to head our right. So there's the Dross Toss right there. Right over here where these little basketball hoops are, we're going to come across a lot of these little skulls here. So it's a upper skull. Let's go ahead and take a look at him. So 1 bone. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a hat, Jim. I thought there was 1 more here. Interesting. All right, so we are going to need 1 more for sure. Usually there's 1 on the ground here. Okay, whatever. It's not here. That's okay. That is okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to Van Lowe Taxidermy. This is popping over here in Lewisburg. Take a look at this place as well. Might as well. And again, a lot of us will have a lot of bone shards on us anyway. You can just use the bulk and scrap method. Of course, the Van Lowe Taxidermy is just up here in the blue building right here on the corner. We're just going to kind of pop ourselves in here. Alright, good stuff. So here is 1 Brahmin skull. And again, that 1 Brahmin skull, as you can see, 5 bone. Pretty cool. So let's head upstairs while we're here anyway, right? Again, all kinds of antlers here. There's a bunch of antlers over here as well. Go inside this room right here. There'll be a bunch of antlers right here in this little basket. If you open up the bathroom door, like a little ensuite, is the same spot we could find our toilet paper. Again, there's 2 more Brahmin skulls right there. It is a really, really good spot. We're just going to pop on out of here so they can leave us alone. There we go. And we're going to scrap up this bone. Of course, we can head back to our camp. Head to another player's camp, any train station, down at the mall if you so wish. We're just going to head right here. Let's scrap this stuff up, Jimmy boy. There we go, just like that. All kinds of bone. Give you guys as many options as I possibly can. Alright, let's see what's next here. Collect caps 100. So there's a couple different ways we can go ahead and do this. You can wait for someone to come to your camp if you're on a public server. You can wait for someone to buy something from you. But sometimes depends on what's going on and how many people are on that server. Sometimes that can take a little while. What I usually recommend to people is go around and do some events and do some daily quests. You can get some caps that way, all right? And what you can even do is you can join a team with another player. And if that other player gets, completes a couple events and quests themselves, you will also get a little bit of kickback from those caps that they collect. So that's pretty good as well. Another pretty decent spot is right down here in Welsh. What makes Welsh so special is it's right close to a train station. So down here in Welsh, we have all kinds of mole miners. I would say there's at least about 10 weapons that are just kind of laying around in general, okay? And mole miners are pretty good to have shotguns, missile launchers, combat shotguns. And even though, our drop rate has been reduced, you can still find quite a few weapons down here at Welsh just in general, okay? You don't have to worry about being overweight. You don't have to waste a carry weight booster. Just walk right up here to the train station. It's right there. Grab your caps that way, and that's what I usually recommend. Now, Morgantown is very similar. It has a train station just nearby. And of course, we have Morgantown Airport. We have collision course that we can spawn in ourselves. Again, all kinds of squirts. But again, I find those particular area, those squirts will have melee weapons and pipe weapons, and they don't give you a whole lot of caps, okay? So again, you can also do it that way, but it might take you a little bit longer. That's why I recommend either doing events and quests. Just do a couple of them, you'll be good. Come down here to Welsh. That's what we're going to do here today, so let's pop down here to Welsh Station. Again, many great options I try to give you guys, and really it all depends on how much time you really have, right? All right, let's go ahead here. Oh, Dylan right there, nice. Let's go down here. Everybody to pop out of his house there. No? I just can't say I blame them. This weapon's pretty loud. So we go on top of this house right here. There's actually should be 3 weapons. They're just lingering up here. So there's usually one there, there's one there, and there's one there as well. So again, these weapons are just here all the time. Alright. Let's see what this guy doesn't have any. We'll grab that duct tape though. Oh, yeah, no weapons on him either. So that's something you have to remember. Especially if you're a returning player, you might remember that, you used to get a lot of weapons, a lot of armor from killing enemies, and that has been reduced quite a bit. So again, you might be thinking, oh, there's something wrong with my game. There's nothing wrong with the game. Just the way it is now. Alright, let's go ahead and collect here. And no weapons from these guys here. Interesting. Oh. Oh, Barrel shotgun there. Good stuff. Yeah, aluminum can there. Wow. What you can always do too is you can always, if there's some chems that you don't want, or you maybe have too much of, you can also sell you some chems that you may be overloaded on. Yeah, as you can see, we're not getting much good luck here. Let's take care of Bad Boy here with the missile launcher. Oh, jeepers. Work gun. There we go. Oh, wow. You too, eh? Killing myself at the same time. Wow. And again, as you can see, we're collecting caps, and that's something you may not remember if you're a returning player, is we do get caps pretty much with every kill that we get. Not, you know, sometimes you'll come across some ghouls, okay, but I find either scorched, super mutants, and mole miners, and most other enemies here in game, when you kill them, we do get a little bit of caps. So that does help for sure. Definitely helps our cause. Usually a weapon right there with revolutionary sword, sure. And look at that, just by killing these guys without even selling anything. So that was probably what? Oh wow, there's a brood mother right there. So as you can see how it has the mole rat teeth there. So again, we can scrap those to get bone. So that's pretty cool to show you that as well. So that was what? About 10, 11 mole miners here. So we pretty much almost got our caps just by killing those guys without even selling anything. So that's another option. Of course, when you do sell, there's a perk card that will help you out. Right down here under Christmas, called Hard Bargain. Again, and it used to be a 3-star, but now it's a 1-star. You can even stack this with Great Mentats if you have them, so it'll be under aid. Great Mentats better barter rates for 10 minutes, okay? And it will stack with Hard Bargain perk card. Now, we didn't pick up a whole lot of weapons, but we should be good here. As you can see, these pipe pistols and rifles, they don't get a whole lot of caps for them. That shotgun's pretty good, 15 caps. Yeah, so shotguns is definitely where it's at. Missile launchers, combat shotguns, combat rifles, where it's at. Alright, so you can do it that way. You can do that any time, actually. Like, you don't have to wait for the daily or weekly to pop up to collect caps. You can do this as many times as you want. It's a good way to get caps. You're only limited by the amount of caps that the vendor bots have, right? Okay. Alright, let's see what's next here. Complete Event 1. Alright, good stuff. So if you take a look at the description, there's a link to a video called Complete Event for Newbies. You don't have to be a newbie to watch that video. Basically, there are certain events in the game that we can spawn in ourselves just by fast traveling those areas. I would say there's probably about half a dozen or so. And I show you those events in that video on top of other events that are kind of, you know, quick and easy to do and where to find them and such. But again, whether you're on a public server or a private one, you can spawn in events yourself. You guys have seen me do it many times. You can check out that video if you so wish. It's all time-stamped. Let's back out here and let's see what's on this particular private server here. Swarmer Suitors. Been a while since I did that. Wow. Enclave 1, Real Blast. It could take quite a while, so there's not a whole lot going on here. Another thing you can do too, if you're kind of real down on your luck on the server that you're on, or maybe there's just an event that you just don't want to do, go ahead, you can claim any workshop on the map, okay? Your favorite one, whatever one's closest to you. Once when you claim it, probably about 3 minutes later, you'll have to defend that workshop. That also counts as an event. And even if that workshop doesn't belong to you, belongs to someone else, but if you help defend it, that also counts as an event. As well as the caravans that are down here, there also counts as events as well. Let's just pop over the hill here. We're going to go to Mount Blair Train Yard. We're going to see if we can spawn in BattleBot, seeing how we're just in the area. Alright, good stuff.
Warning. Unauthorized presence detected near Mount Blair train yard. Rioting will not be tolerated. Whole right mining company protection protocols have been engaged. Security units on site. All unauthorized personnel are allowed to
Nice. So once you get rid of him, you're going to get rid of this guy here, this Gutsy. And they're pretty squishy. Make sure you take these bunker cards here. This guy's just going to have a lot of good stuff on him, so I might as well take that stuff. Now the other Mr. Gutsy is just up here. And again, you get him right in the middle thruster. Make sure you take the bunker card off of him as well. Right? So what generally happens, is what's not supposed to happen, is these doors swing open, okay? But you still have to kind of go through the paces, because if you go in here and you try to activate this master shutdown, it's not going to work. It still forces you to kind of go through the pace. It's a little bit of a glitch. So again, what I recommend to people is you walk, do not run, and you don't have to watch the cards slide down. So basically you just activate, go to the other side, because it's time sensitive. You come over here and you just spam it, and done just like that. It may take you about 2 or 3 times to get used to it, but once when you do, it's pretty easy to do. And inside this little container here, there are lots and lots of great stuff. As you can see, this stuff here gives you circuitry. Inside here, oh, can't even open that because until we hit the master shutdown. There we go. Now we can open this guy up, this cabinet here. And as you can see, there's all kinds of great stuff. Look, there's got a missile launcher in there, some other great stuff. Nice. Duct tape, bunch of duct tape here. For adhesive. Good stuff. Let's take a couple chems here. There we go. Alright, let's see what's next here, Jim. Okay, good stuff. So, we are going to incorporate these 3 at the same time. So let's go ahead. So we can't find, we can find mutant hounds in around super mutants, but not all the time, okay? But we'll kind of go through here very shortly. All right, so let's go ahead, kill a super mutant 5, so we can find super mutants all around the wasteland. Let's go back to that map screen here, Jim. You're a little too trigger happy there. There's probably about 3 of them right here, North Kanawha Lookout. Probably the first super mutants you ever come across. Right up here in Grafton. The courtyard of the Eastern Regional Penitentiary. Grafton Dam. All kinds of them up here at Grafton Steel and the Grafton Steel Yard. Right down here, Newgad. Wade Airport. Looking for a little bit more of a challenge. National Isolated Radio Array. West Tech Research. Huntersville. General Steakhouse. Down here in Skyline Valley region, we have good old Grindstone Arch and research site Saxony. Okay, and let's take a look at this one here. Kill a Mutant Hound 3. So again, as I mentioned, we can find Mutant Hounds and around Super Mutants most places, but not all places, okay? There will be a couple here in around Grafton. There's only 1 here in Grafton Dam. 6 to 12 here at Grafton Steel and Grafton Steel Yard kind of combined together. Okay. There will be maybe 2 of them here at Wade Airport. There's 2 of them here at Huntersville. All kinds of them here inside and outside of West Tech Research Center, so that is a really good spot to do both. Maybe 1 or 2 over here at the General Steakhouse. And that's pretty much it. And if we take a look at here, sell Mutant Hound chops to an NPC vendor 1. So again, if you remember back in the day, all we needed was 1 Mutant Hound meat to make 1 Mutant Hound chops. But now there are 2 versions of Mutant Hound chops. There's a light version and a regular version. The light version, we need 2 Mutant Hound meat. And the regular version, we need 4 Mutant Hound meat. But even if you grab the 2 and you craft the light version, it will still count for this daily challenge. And as soon as you pick up Mutant Hound meat, you automatically learn light Mutant Hound chops and regular Mutant Hound chops, okay? So we're going to go to a spot where we're going to take care of all this. And it's one of my favorite spots. It's up here, good old Grafton Steel. So let's pop up here. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to shut this light off. See these guys here? Where's he at? Oh, right there. All right, good stuff. So there is our first super mutant and our first mutant hound. There's his ash pal, so make sure you take the mutant hound meat. And as soon as you do that, you will learn light mutant hound chops and mutant hound chops, regular ones. Let's go ahead and we'll take our second mutant hound meat there. Wow. Getting attacked from all sides here. Holy mackerel. Wow. Miss, miss, miss. Gee, that floater's got some good aim, doesn't he, hey? Alright, so there we go. Kill a super mutant 5 for 5. Done, just like that. Looks like they're coming to us here, which is pretty awesome. Let's heal ourselves a little bit here. We don't die. That's embarrassing. Alright, let's go down here. Should be one more down here, but we'll see where he is at. Oh, he's up there. It's on fire. Alright, so there we go. Kill a mutant hound 3 for 3. Done. Got our third mutant hound meat. Nice. Look at this thing go. I love it. I totally love it. I don't know why I like that so much. I love this game. I got a comment in one of yesterday's videos, or one of the other day's videos, and they must have played the game a lot or enjoyed it or whatever, but they're kind of surprised that a lot of people still play the game, kind of thing. And I had just kind of mentioned that, you know, every day there's like brand new people to this that come to this game every day, and returning people and all that jazz. But I do get those comments once in a while from people that people say, I can't believe people still play this game. And I think it's people play the game because it's updated all the time. Like, you know what I mean? It's not a game that the developers forgot about. You know what I mean? And we know those games. I'm not going to mention them. But yeah, it's quite something. But this game really makes me laugh. It really makes me laugh. Just like little simple stuff like that really makes my day. Alright, so let's take a look here. Sell Mutant Hound chops to an NPC vendor 1. So again, we picked our Mutant Hound meat up here. If we go under new, if I can find it here. Well, let's go under food and drink here. So there's our 3 Mutant Hound meat, but again, all we need is 2 to make the light Mutant Hound chops. Okay, and there's 2 more guys down there, some more Mutant Hounds right down there. I would say there's about 6 or 12 here all together. Right, so now we can go to any cooking station at all. Let's just pop in here to Grafton Station. Yeah, it's a good time. Grafton Steel, I would say it's challenging. It's very challenging, but if you know what you're doing, and if you kind of duck for cover while you're loading your game and not just, you know, let them shoot you, you can go through there pretty easily. Alright, so this is the most important part. We have to cook the light Mutant Hound chops up. Let's go to our cooking station here. Any cooking station will do. You go all food. So again, light Mutant Hound chops, 2 Mutant Hound meat, and 2 wood. Now, if we had 4 Mutant Hound meat, we could have crafted the full regular version Mutant Hound chops, but all we need is the light version, as I mentioned. So we have our light Mutant Hound chops here. Right there. Now we need to do what with them, Jim? And sell it to an NPC vendor. So an NPC vendor is any robot vendor at any train station on the map. Any robot vendor down here at the White Spring Mall. So we typically use the north entrance to break down to the mall. But if you make a mistake and go to the front door entrance, you use just an additional loading screen to get down to the mall, you end up in the same place, okay? Now we do have vendor bought resin, Pleasant Valley Ski Resort. The Sunny Top Twins here down here in Foundation. We have the robot vendor in the White Church in Flatwoods. We have good old Dutchess up here at the Wayward, just to name a couple. Of course, we have Graham. We have traveling merchants that visit our camps and our other players' camps, and you can try them out as well. They're all considered NPC vendors. Let's go ahead and sell it to this guy here while we're here.
Free supply here, citizen.
Sell our light Mutant Hound chops there. Yeah, just like that. Sell Mutant Hound chops to an NPC vendor 1 for 1. Done. Just like that. Pretty awesome. And I think we're done. We are, just like that, guys. Pretty awesome. Let's head back to our camp. We'll take a look at weapon of the day here. All right, weapon of the day here, Jim Boy. Aristocrat's Mind Focus Gatlin Laser, up to plus 50% damage based on the caps you have, currently plus 50%. Projectiles explode for plus 20% weapon damage, plus 3 agility. It's Aristocrat's Explosive Agility. Severe Beta Wave Tuner, Aligned Charging Barrels. Reflex Sight Dot, Beam Focuser in this awesome Mind Paint. 84 electrical damage, 25 fire damage, 107 fire damage for 3 seconds. Takes Fusion Core, and it is fully automatic. Totally love this weapon. Other than setting myself on fire and almost killing myself with my own weapon, it's pretty fun to use. And of course, it is a heavy weapon. So if we check our perk cards here, so under strength, we have Master Heavy Gunner, Expert Heavy Gunner, all maxed out. We have Sturdy Frame, Lock and Load, baby. We have Concentrated Fire. Bullet Shield's a good one, fireproof, especially for this particular weapon. Covert Operative, White Knight Adrenaline, these random luck cards which randomly pop in when they're being activated. Legendary perk cards, they don't change for me, they stay the same. I'm very happy with them, and as you can see, they're all maxed out. Just like that. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, Jim. Let's get over here. There we go. A little up close and personal there. Get a little bit of space. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share. Me the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Not Me But Me, Yes Me, That's Me, Jew, Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Ben Durant, John, DJ59, Picquerist, Benny Bunny, Gwen Trutnau, Tony Watson. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.